She was just very charismatic. She's very funny, and she always would have like some kind of hilarious story about something that happened to her.
Annie Polazzolo remembers her sister Megan, a 23-year-old with lots of friends, a passion for volleyball, and a zest for life. Megan was killed during an increasingly common crime, targeted for her iPhone, as she walked down a St. Louis street in broad daylight, shot while talking to her mother.
We know now that there were two teenagers, 18-year-olds, driving around the neighborhood looking to commit a robbery. And they saw her talking on her phone. She got into her car. She was still on the phone with my mom. And all of a sudden, my mom just heard a gasp, kind of like, and then she heard some shuffling sounds, and then the phone went dead.
According to the Federal Communications Commission, about 40% of all robberies in major cities now involve cell phones. Consumer Reports estimates more than 3 million devices were stolen in the United States last year alone.
Annie Polazzolo.
Annie and her family have joined forces with law enforcement to convince smartphone makers and carriers to install kill switches, which can render a stolen phone useless.
The industry has fought back against a mandatory kill switch, saying it could make phones vulnerable to hackers. It could also cost the industry millions of dollars in revenue. But public pressure is mounting.
Major industry players have agreed to include free anti-theft tools in their phones starting in July of 2015. But there's a catch. You have to activate the switch before the device is stolen.
Thieves don't really care to steal your phone if they know it's going to be a useless piece of plastic in just a moment as soon as you report it stolen. And so if this technology was on every single phone, well, then it's a great deterrent. And if it's something that's opt-in, well, maybe that thief has a chance that you didn't take the time to set it up.
Annie Polazzolo says the kill switch should be automatic.
If it's something that can save a life, then it absolutely has to be implemented.
To stop what is not a victimless crime. Kristen, Saloomey, Al Jazeera, New York.